Hey, what's up, guys? Ah, now that's how it looks if it's totally tan. It came out pretty good. Now, Friday I did have to run to the hobby store and pick up some more of that blue. I messed that up. I showed you guys how to do that underside. My little bottle here should have been sufficient to knock out that entire wing, but I didn't add enough thinner, so it didn't come out. It came out blotchy. It wasn't coming out right. So it ended up not being enough to finish the wing. So I had to run to the hobby place and get some more. So the underside is done. I'll show you guys it later. But this one bottle, if you mix it correctly, this one bottle here did this entire wing and did a great job too. See, I'm still learning. I'm still learning, and I'm going to make mistakes. You're going to make mistakes as you go along. Learn from your mistakes. And one mistake I made was not mixing the thinner properly. Now, as I was saying, with German camouflage, World War II, it was straight line. It wasn't like the Allies where they had the swervy and blending in. It was just straight lines, sharp lines. So that's what we're going to do. I already got my little masking paper here. We're going to do some masking. Let's see here. Now, I'm just going to do random stuff. I got a pattern already set in my head. I imagine it how I want it, and that's how I'm going to do it. So mine is going to be very random. Now, you can use masking paper. I got masking tape. Some people, they use old magazines for their masking paper. Me, I get a lot of cell paper in the mail, cell paper that I don't use, so this is what I found a use for it. So they say, whatever makes you happy. So this is my use for all that cell paper that's in the mail. Don't tell my mailman, he might get teed on at me. Like I said, I'm just making some random patterns, nothing definite. Let's see, should I get a little of that cell in there? Yeah, a little bit. I want to go around that a little bit. Yeah. So I'm just thinking up patterns in my head as I go along. Already got my paint mixed over there. That'll work great. If I can get it that close. So I just take my masking tape, my cheap Dollar General masking tape, because I ended up throwing it all away anyhow. Only cost me $1. So I'm getting my money's worth. And I just stick it just like so. So I guess you can say it's the economy way of masking. The cheap way of masking. But cheap but effective. Now keep in mind, I've said this before, painting was always my weakest point. I'm not the greatest of painters. But this airbrush makes it a lot easier. I'm painting better than what I used to. So practice makes perfect. Remember that. Let's see, that wingtip's covered. This one's exposed, so we're going to go ahead and paint this wingtip. Now this remember, flat paints dry quick. So we'll be able to see this, the results of this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess that'll do for now. Let's say we paint. I'm going to have some left over. So we're going to be saving this. Oh yeah, that's a nice shade. See that? Can you guys see that? Pull back a little bit. Now with this, I can put it on heavy right now. Like I said, flat paint's dry quick. I want my nacelles painted. I was looking at that earlier. I want these nacelles painted. And the rudders too. I'm going to go ahead and hit them with the darker color, the darker brown. That way we use up as much of this as we can. That way we don't have a whole lot to save. And never end up using it again. You ever have that problem? You mix the paint, then you have a whole lot of it left over and you never use it again, and then when the time does come for you to use it, it's all dried up. You're like, bummer! Turn this a bit. Make sure you guys can see. Oh yeah, you can. I got that nozzle set for a wide dispersal. Finally figured out how to set that properly. By the way, it's Monday. I was able to get Monday off. My job beat my butt the last Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But fortunately, I was able to get Monday off. Get some much needed rest and spend some time doing this. Because I had other things to do over the weekend. I was with other places and other people. Turn this baby around. spots. I see spots. We miss some spots. No problem, we got plenty of paint. So I do want that to be seen on top of that pan. We're just under half. I'm going to give it a nice coat. I can use, the one nice thing about flat paints, since they dry fast, you can easily put them on pretty thick. Then they dry up real fast, and you can work with it quicker. Inner spots. Okay, looks like we got it. Let's stop it for a moment. We don't want to leave that brush wet too long, where the flat paints will dry up right in there. Now that looks pretty. Now let's see. Well, my brother Matt came up with a great idea. My brother Robert came up with a great idea. See, I got RC in my family. My brother Frank does cars and motorcycles. My brother Robert does cars, and I do planes. So I got RC. I got an RC, partial RC family. So not everybody in my family does it. So I got a partial RC family. My brother Robert came up with a great idea. He said, hey, what you should do is build that wing again, but make it bigger. And just like in the movie, had a thing big enough so that you can put engines in the nacelles here. That way it'll be a twin engine. And then add retracts. See, that's why I like my brother Robert. He and I are on the same wavelength. And that's a good freaking idea. So maybe in sometime in the future, I will do that. Build a bigger version of this, more power, and with retracts. So you guys can thank my brother Robert for getting wheels turning in my head. It's okay. I get wheels turning in his head too. What are brothers for, huh? Do one more pattern on this end. That way we can use up as much of this paint as I can. But I really don't want to save it. If I ever need any paints, I can go get some fresh paint. Almost. I just need a touch of thinner in there to ease up the little bit I can. Wow, we used it all up. clean the brush. I guess you can say that for once, the plan came together. Now we're cleaning out the brush now. Helps to turn it on, doesn't it? Like I say, you always want to make sure you clean your brush with thinner. Run thinner through it. Get that brush cleaned out. Yep, we did it. And I just remembered what I forgot, guys. To open the other window. I knew I was getting a little woozy. Hold on. Yeah, that'll take care of that. Okay. I'm going to fan this a little bit, just so it can dry a little bit quicker. And we're going to snatch that tape off. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay. Tell you what, guys. I'm going to let this sit and dry a little bit. I'm going to make you another video, okay? So you guys hold tight. I'm going to make you another video in a minute. Alright?